Well, hello, everybody. My name is Amy Brooks, and I am standing in what will be our Cobb home. Cobb is basically like freeform adobe. It's a ratio of clay, sand, and straw mixed together, a form of natural building. My husband and I live in Indiana. As you can see, it's very snowy and cold right now. Um, so there's not a whole lot of building going on. Right now, though, if you could see, and I will pan around here in a moment, you'll see that the roof is being put on this place. We're using big old barn beams off of a couple barns that we tore down because we wanted to use beautiful heavy timbers in this place. We started building this house. For those of you who know about Cobb will know how ridiculous this is. We started building this house at the beginning of the pandemic. And because we decided to build such a large home, it's still not finished. And so it's taken a lot of exterior damage. If you know anything about Cobb, though, you know that once it hardens, it's basically as hard as concrete, but it will take exterior damage with the wind and the rain and the snow. And this has taken years of damage. So as I pan around here in a moment and show you the house, you'll see a lot of that, a lot of irregularity in the walls and places where Cobb has fallen off the exterior, but the walls are still very solid. So there will be a lot of work to do before the final plasters go on the walls and things like that, but we will not do that until after the roof is on because it's just kind of silly to do all that work just to see it washed away. So we are hoping that by next winter we will actually be in the house. So we have a lot more of the journey to go on with you. But in the meantime, I thought this winter I would start to post all of the content that we've been filming along the way and show you our journey from start to hopefully soon finish. Even after we finish, we have a primitive blacksmith shop that we are going to be building. My husband's been collecting everything that he needs for that. We have a business called Reminisce Artisan Works, RAW for short, RAW. My husband and I started that when we first got married almost 20 years ago. So in a couple of days, we'll be married for 20 years. And we realized through building things with barnwood and stained glass and leather and silver and all those things that we really could do amazing things with our hands if we just put our minds to it. Nobody taught us how to do those things. We just did it through trial and error. So when we found out about Cobb building, we lived on 11 acres of land that we were already, putting out gardens on, and we had chickens on the land and things like that. And we found out about Cobb building. We thought, there's our solution. We can't afford to have contractors come in here and build a big traditional house. We have a big family right now. And at the time, we were living in a trailer. And this really was the most perfect solution for us because we love things that are handmade. We love things that are artistic. We find beauty in even just the functionality of it and even the primitive nature of it. When I show you what it looks like here in a minute, you'll see it looks more like ancient ruins than it does a home right now. And to me, there's even beauty in that. I'm trying to just relax through the process because it's been a long process. But I am super excited this year to begin to wrap up that process and to start to see the finishing touches go on it. It's going to do my heart so much good just to see it protected with the roof on it. I'm very excited for that part to happen. But like I said, we've got a lot more to show you along the way. We have other buildings that we want to put here on the property, other natural building methods that we want to try out. My son is going to put a straw bale and Cobb home here on the land, and we'll take you on that journey as well. So if you'll like and subscribe, there's a lot more for us to share with you along the way, and we're excited to do that. All right, everybody, let me take you on a tour. So this is our north-facing wall. My kitchen will be along this wall, and our master bedroom and bathroom. Also be a root cellar down low and a loft up above for our solar panel batteries. And on this wall, you'll see some blocks in the wall, a few windows. You can see those barn beams peeking over the side, and a lot of that surface damage that I was talking about. This is our east-facing wall. Those windows look into the sleeping loft for our guests and children. And then there's that laminated ridge pole that goes on a diagonal across the roofing system. You'll see that when we get inside the house better. Here we see the south-facing wall where all that nice southern light's going to come in. We've got some work to do on this porch, but we slapped it up quickly to cover over this wall because it's our oldest standing wall. Those windows that you see there are pretty tall. They're about 8 foot, and so this is a really tall wall, just to give you some perspective, with a lot of beautiful natural light coming in. You see some bottles in the wall. All of that will have to get reshaped because it's taken quite a bit of damage, but through those windows you can see the great room on into my kitchen. And here's the doorway. You see where we're going to put glass there getting framed in, and then there'll be a big homemade heavy door here with blacksmith hinges and hardware. That's my bedroom straight ahead, and then the loft above it. There'll be a fireplace right over there by those shelves that we put in. And then these windows look out over the west onto our back porch. There's a valley out back. It's going to make a beautiful view back there. We'll have an outdoor fireplace out there. So all along this wall will be a loft. And you see that we've used whole trees here to help support the roofing system. I love that feature about the house. That's looking on into my kitchen. And as we walk on into the kitchen here, sorry about the mess. I chose to leave all the ladders and tools and things like that out and let this be real. In there will be the root cellar. My sink will go here along with cabinetry. And then I've got a big stainless steel countertop that will go here for bread making. And here is an old 1940s wood cook stove. I hope it survives all this weather. We've got it tarped over for now. Looking back over those big south-facing windows and that big, beautiful doorway entry, I just absolutely love this view, and it'll look even prettier when it's all cleaned up. Our gardens are out there. Still got the scaffolding up, of course, because we're working currently still on putting the roof up, and there's one of those big, beautiful trees. You can see the laminated ridgepole there. We wanted to make sure that it was very big and structurally sound, and you can see a little bit better here the roofing system starting to go up. Some of those big old barn beams, we're just putting them where they fit best right now, trying to use what we have and not cut things down unless we have to. It's a little bit different when you're using salvaged wood, the way that you put things together. And again, that goes on a diagonal all the way out across the front doorway there. One thing that I forgot to mention earlier is that this Cobb home was built where our old barn used to be. So this is the barn basement area, and that allows this to be a full story plus a loft and us to have a root cellar down here. Here's what we call the turret. It's kind of a round structure. We've got some plastic bottles in the wall right now, and those round openings, that's just to hold those openings there, because if we put glass in them right now, the glass would break. It would be too thin, the glass being that big in those openings. This goes on into our bedroom, and you can see the loft going in above our bedroom. And then that is the opening into that rounded area, that turret right there. Down low will be used as kind of a closet. And then there'll be a platform above for the grandbabies to go up in there and pretend they're up in the castle tower. And this is an opening into what will be the bathroom. There's a lot of things being stored in there right now because this also has kind of a temporary roof over the back of it, as you can see there, to protect it. It's one of the older parts that was first built as well, on into the mudroom, you can see. And then back out the front doorway, I'll take you around to the west side of the house. Out that way is our gardens and our little tiny house. You can see it off in the distance, my daughter's little tiny house. There will be a pond out there eventually, and all of this rubble in the back will get cleaned up so you can get a better view of the valley. Back here is where the back porch will be, and a big outdoor fireplace. I want to put a nice big swing back here, and maybe even a hot tub eventually. That'd be nice. And then there's the opening to the mudroom, and the bathroom will be back here as well. And here's more of that stuff that we've been storing. This is block for the outdoor fireplace that you see there. And off in the distance there, you see our outdoor kitchen. We've got a cob brick oven back there that took a little damage we've got to repair. But we love it out here. It's so peaceful and cozy out on the land. And finally, I'm back in from the cold, trying to get cozy, watching a little Lord of the Rings, and having some coffee with my cat. I hope you like and subscribe. We want to share, like I said, our journey with you, and maybe we can learn together. So feel free to comment and let us know what kind of content you would like to see more of, or what questions you might have. We would love to answer them. I'm not sure that my cat Jasper would be much help, but he is awful cute. So stay warm this winter, stay cozy, and we'll see you back here soon with more content. Bye.